Welcome to IK Garlic Shop, where we sell all kinds of kitchen accessories, home appliances, gas accessories, and electronics of all kinds. Today is another Friday with us, where we get to teach you how to use some of the wonderful items you get from us, so that when you get those items, you will know how to use them. Or if you already have them, they'll be able to last for you. This is our way of saying thank you for your constant and continuous patronage to us. Now, today here, we'll be teaching you on how to set up and use your Maxi 60x90 standing cooker, 5 burner, no electric. No electric. The electric in this one is just to help you light up the cooker, but you don't have any electric hot plate on it that you can use to cook. So I'll teach you on how to set it up, how you can use it, so that whenever you get it from us, it will be easy for you to set up. Now, as you can see, this 60x90 that we have here, this is the way you will get, when you get it out from your carton, this is the way it is. There is nothing that is set up in it. So you use your hand to set it up. Now, first thing you do, you open it up, you open the glass up, you bring out this stand. I bring out all my own. You bring them out. Then when you open the oven, you will see inside the oven is where the burners and the cover for it, the cover for the burners are. So you bring them out. I've already brought my own out. Now these are the burners that are inside the cooker. So watch me while I set them up. So you put this big one goes in here. So you look at this one. This is own. You see all this inside the oven when you open it. This for this one. This big one here, you see that is for this one. This one here is for this one. This is the last piece. Then you start putting the cover. This one is for this one. This one is for this one. This one is for this one. Then this one is for this one, and then this other one here. Then you have this last piece here. Now I put it back. The stand, the pot stand. So when putting it, you don't make mistake. You will see that this one is particularly for just the burner at the center. And then the last one. So in putting these burners, you have to be very careful. Like when I was explaining about the 60x90 and the 60x60. If you're putting this burner, if this burner is in this form, if it's in this way, you fixed it wrongly. You have to make sure that it is seated properly. If you look underneath this place now, you see there is a lining here. This lining laps with this one. So you see that it's sitting properly. If it's sitting like this, even if you look closely here, you see that it's like something they told you that you should be very careful about. They are telling you it's wrong. So when you're fixing it, make sure that it's fixed properly. Now, another thing too that I need to fix after fixing this burner, the legs. These are the legs. The legs are for, this leg is carrying the cooker up directly from the floor. Because if the cooker is on the floor directly, if, let me say, you're always having water on your kitchen floor, almost every time, it will be affecting the pan that is being used to work the cooker. What it will lead to rust. So these legs are what will raise it from the cooker. So you can adjust it, you can increase the length. And as this thing is being increased, when you increase the length, it will also help you whenever you want to sweep underneath of that cooker. It will be easy for you to sweep it. Even when you want to push it, it will be easy for you to push the cooker. Because this particular item that is put under here is a little bit slippery, like you can easily push it. Even though it's not like a tire, but you can easily push it. Unlike when there's nothing under. If you want to push it now without it, it will be a little bit difficult. It's as if you're scratching the cooker. But with this thing under, it will save you that stress. So what you just need to do when you raise it up, you tight the 4 legs underneath of this cooker. That's the work of this one. So it's also inside the oven. When you buy your own, you see that it's inside the oven. So you just increase it to the height you want. You can see my own is looseable. You can increase it to the height you want. You can either reduce it to the to the lowest parts. If you want it like this, that's your choice. If you want to increase it, you can increase it. But the more you increase it, the easier it is for you whenever you want to sweep underneath of that cooker. Now, after fixing the legs, let me assume that I've fixed my leg. After fixing the legs of the cooker, now you have another thing too. The next thing you need to do is fixing the hose for the gas. The hose for the gas. Now, if you look closely here, you will see where the hose of the gas is being fixed. And it has two inlets. This is the first inlet and this is the second inlet. This is the first inlet and this is the second inlet. Now, this second inlet is closed permanently because it's not been in use. You don't use it. This is like an extra inlet. Just in case there's something that happened to this one, they give you a second inlet. Or let me say where your house is. The position that is meant for the hose to come out is in this place. You will just lose this one here and put it here. So you have two inlets. This one is serving for two purposes. It's serving as spare and it's also serving in case maybe the position where your hose for the gas is coming out from your house. You can either put it here or you put it here. So that's the purpose of two. And that's the advantage of the 60x90. And then this wire as well, being that this cooker is not an electric cooker, it does not have any electric hot plate. They did this in such a way that if you're staying in a place where you have steady power supply, you can as well still use the automatic button, which is this, the light. The wire you just have there is just working for this sparker, this light inside the oven and the sparker. Now, you will see me when I will use the sparker. Now, if I want to on the light inside the oven, you can say I will just press it. That's because it's connected to an electric supply. So once I on it, the light inside the oven is on. This light is not affected by the heat from the oven when you're cooking. It's not affected by anything. So the light just helps you whenever you're cooking anything inside the oven, you'll be able to see what is going on. Now, this other button here that works, this other button here is a sparker. So another thing you need to do now when you're done fixing the gas hose, connecting it to your regulator, on your gas. Now you need to trace where the gas are coming out from. You need to trace it to be sure so you don't make mistake. Now, as you can see, the first one here is the timer. This timer helps you for either the oven. You see that they wrote 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60, 70, down to 90. So depending on what you want to do inside the oven, if you look closely inside here, you see another book they gave to you, another booklet, something like you can just paste a flyer telling you the amount of time you're supposed to leave whatever item, if it's your meat, your fish, your vegetable, cake, whatever thing you want to do inside the oven. Now, these times are how long you can leave it. Let me say, for example, it's meat. Now, it's telling me that I can leave it at this 40 minutes here. So it returns back. Once it gets that, once I put it at this 40 minutes, it will be going back till it gets back to 1. And when it makes that ticking sound, wherever you are, you will know that your meat or whatever the time you set has already elapsed. Is that for you to come and remove it or still give it more time? So that's the essence of this flyer. You can as well get all this information from the net, maybe how long you need to leave your meat. So this one is just like they are making things easy for you. You can paste it on the side of your cooker. So whenever you want to do anything that has to do with baking, it won't be difficult for you. So this one major essence of the timer, and it's not just for the oven. It's also when you're cooking. When you're cooking, you can also use the timer. That's it for this one. Now let's trace before we start tracing. Now this one is the first control. So we look at this place. There are two ways. If you don't want it to be like you want it a very easy way for you, what you just need to do, just turn and check where the gas is coming out from. It's very easy. You can just open this thing. Okay. Now, the easiest way I do it normally for me is I just open this, I turn it, I will see where the gas is coming out from. The gas is coming out from here. So it's telling me that this dot here, this dot that is saying down here is for this one, and this one that is saying up is for this one. So easily, anytime I look at it, I will just know that this one is for this one, this one is for this one. This one here is for the oven. This one here is for the oven. Not for this one. This one here is for the oven. Now the oven, it has two burners, one at the top and one down. So this one controls both the up and the down. So depending on what you're doing, you choose the one you want. So if it's the down I want to use, it's telling me this dash here is showing me that it's down, and this dash here is showing me that it's up. So it means whenever the burner is turned like this, the gas is coming out from the up, from this up side. And whenever it's turned downwards, it's coming from the down. So you choose the one you want. And if you notice something, they are telling you that you can increase the flame to different degree. 60, 160, 180, 220, 240. It's telling you the amount of time you can leave it. You understand? You see that when the thing is down, I can actually turn it from 240 to 220, 280, and 160. So depending on what I want. That's for the oven. Let me open it so that the gas that has been emitted will go out. Now this one here, obviously, without somebody telling you, it's for this one. This control here is for this one. And this control here, like we said before, this control here, just a very easy calculation. You remember that this one here that is down is for this place. So you will know that this one here is for this one, and this one here is for this one. So that's the simple way for you to get it. Then this button here is the sparker. Why this button here is the light for inside the oven. Let's leave it on. So we are done in explaining in terms of what the controls, what they do. Now, for me to on them, now the advantage of this 60 by 90, the sparker is inside the oven. You can use this sparker inside the oven. Unlike the 60 by 60 and the 50 by 50, you cannot use the sparker inside the oven. But this one, you can use the sparker inside the oven. Now, if I want to on this, there are two ways I can use it. If I don't have steady light in my area and where I'm staying, I don't have steady lights. There are two ways you can do it. You can either use a gas lighter or you use the sparker. So in this case, ours is connected to the light source, as you can see. So there's no need for me using the lighter. I will just use the sparker on the cooker itself. Now, so let's on the first one, which is this one. Let's on the first one. So if I want to on it, I will stand in a way that you'll be able to see what's going on. So if I want to on this one, so running this one will be, this one is on. Now I want to on the second one. I'm pressing the sparker, it's on. Then this one, I want to on this one. This one is this big one. It's on. I want to on this other one. That's this one down there. It's on. Then this last one. Last one is acting funny. Let me make sure it's on as well. So you see that all the burners are on. I just on it just using this sparker because it's connected to a light, to an electric source. So if I want to take it down, I want to reduce the flame size, I can just take it down. Reduce the flame size, reduce the flame size, reduce the flame size. So that's it when it comes to owning it. And you can start cooking your wonderful meal. So they are all off. Now let's on the oven. Now remember the oven, like I said, the oven, I won't also be needing my matches because the oven has a sparker inside. So I won't be needing it. So while I'm removing all these are flammable items. I don't want to leave it inside when I'm on in the oven. Now, so for me to on the oven, just the same thing I did. Now I'm on the one down. So it's on. It's already on, but you can't see it because this pan is covering it. If you look closely, you see the flame is already on. So let's off it and on the one at the top. See, it's on. The burners are on. So you see that how this one is working. I'm just using one control, just the sparker here to on it. Sometimes the sparker might not pick immediately, so you might just need like twice for it to pick properly. Because it's still a new item, the gas has not fully circulated very well. So that's why you will notice some of the delays in the sparker. So that's it for the So I'm returning back these items. Why I removed it is some of those items are flammable. I don't want it to be inside while I'm on this cooker. Now the items you have here inside it are just the manual that you have inside. This flyer I told you that has different degrees or whatever you want to roast inside the oven. And this is the manual of the cooker as well. So you can as well also go through the manual, but after teaching you the way I'm teaching you, there is no way you won't understand how to use this cooker. You won't even need the manual much, but also make sure you go through the manual. So there are two ways, like I said. You either use the sparker or you use the gas lighter. Now we're going to use the gas lighter to on it. Let me get the gas lighter. Now this is the gas lighter. If let me say for example we don't have that electric source. I'm just using a gas lighter. Now once you on your gas lighter, remember, just on your gas. It will pick immediately. You don't need to waste time. You on this one to pick immediately. The same thing with this one here. Just on the gas lighter to pick immediately. You don't need to waste time. The same thing with this one. To pick immediately. To pick immediately. Just the same thing I used as I'm using that sparker. So the same thing inside the oven as well. If you want to on the oven, let me just bring out this one. I'll on just the up one. The oven, if you want to on the down one, let me just do it at the same time for you so you get to understand very well. Just on the light. It's on. I'm offing it down. If I want to on the up one, it's on as well. So just the same pattern. There's no much difficulty in using it. So that's it when it comes to this Maxi 60x90. That's all for today. If there's something you don't understand, you can still send us a message in the comment section. Subscribe. We do videos like this every Friday. Thank you. See you next Friday.